Integrating ICT in the classroom for meaningful learning. The modernization of technology in our society causes the improvements on the classroom in the way instruction are being conducted. The integration of information and communication technology in education leads to the improvement of the student performance because it encourages and motivates them to participate during the discussion of the lesson. However, its impact on education may just the beginning to be felt as teachers integrate this new technology into their teaching.
Concerns of teachers about the use of technology. While recognizing that there were some concerns and problems with integrating the use of information and communication technology, teachers thought it was beneficial to the educational process and should be continued. Several concerns have emerged.
First is the maintenance. The problem most often noted by teachers was the maintenance of the equipment needed to operate a technologically enhanced school. Second is the inequalities. Another frequently mentioned problem was the disparities between students who have access to computers at home and those who do not. Third is the need for training. Teachers provided evidence of the importance of the efforts in school to promote professional development in integrating information technology into classroom teaching. Fourth is the information overload. Teachers recognize that sometimes students are overwhelmed with the amount of information available and with the task of filtering through the information. Last but not the least, plagiarism. The problem of increased plagiarism because technology was making it easy to reproduce and revise someone else's work.
The computer as a tutor.
The computer is one of the wonders of human ingenuity. Even in its original design in the 1950s to carry out complicated mathematical and logical operations. With the invention of the microcomputer, now also commonly referred to the PC or personal computers, the PC has become the tool for programming instruction. Educators saw much use of the PC. They saw its potential for individualization in learning, especially as individualized learning is a problem since teachers usually with a class of 40 or more learners. They therefore devised strategies to use the computer to break the barriers to individualized instruction.
Computer-assisted instruction or CAI. The computer can be a tutor, in effect, relieving the teacher of many activities in his personal role as a classroom tutor. It should be made clear, however, that the computer cannot totally replace the teacher, since the teacher shall continue to play the major roles of information deliverer and learning environment controller. Understand information for the computer activity. Retain or keep in mind the information and rules for the computer activity. And apply the knowledge and rules during the process of computer learning.
CAI integrated with lessons. CAI computer learning should not stop with the drill and practice activities of the student. Common types of drill and practice programs include vocabulary building, math facts, basic science and history or geographic facts. In these programs, the computer presents a question or problem first and the student is asked to answer to the question or problem. Immediate feedback is given to the student answered. After a number of practice problems and at the end of the exercise, the students get a summary of his overall performance. The computer is a tutor in this new age of learning. It does not replace the teacher, although it assumes certain roles previously assigned to teachers who now has to take the new role of facilitator and guide.
Simulation software materials are another kind of software that is constructivist in nature.
Students in CAI play their own roles as learners as they receive information.
This simulation software teaches strategies and rules applied to real-life problems or situations. Asks students to make decisions on models or scenarios. Allows students to manipulate elements of a model and get the experience of the effect of their decision.
The computer as the teacher's tool. Constructivism. Constructivism was introduced by Sergey and Brunner. They gave stress to knowledge discovery of new meanings or concepts or principles in the learning process. Various strategies have been suggested to foster knowledge discovery. Among these is making students engage in gathering unorganized information from which they can induce ideas and principles. Students are also asked to apply discovered knowledge to new situations. The process for making their knowledge applicable to real-life situations.
Social constructivism. This is an effort to show that the construction of knowledge is governed by social, historical, and cultural context. In effect, this is to say that the learner who interprets knowledge has a predetermined point of view according to the social perspective of the community or society he lives in.
The psychologist Vygotsky stressed that learning is affected by social influences. He therefore suggested the interactive process in learning. The more capable adult, teacher or parent, or classmate can aid or complement what the learner sees in a given class project. The Internet as an instructional tool. The Internet works as an instructional tool by helping both the teachers and learners. The teacher uses the Internet to add current details on his lesson, to check updates and changes regarding his subject matter. He may also use the Internet through email to interact with his students. The students may ask questions that they cannot understand through chatting with their teacher. The teacher may extend his lesson by posting the subject matter on the Internet, posting a video discussing his lesson. The students can view it on their vacant time or at home. They can also send their researches on email, saving time and money. There are lots of suggestions of teaching methods in the Internet that is more effective to students of this century that may able to help teachers motivate learners. Saves much time of the teacher reading books on libraries. He can just search it through his computer in 4 seconds. He may even print it for the copy of his students. For the students, the Internet is a very useful instructional tool to help them in their problems at school. If they don't understand the lesson of their teacher, they may seek the help of the Internet. The Internet is useful for research work. It makes their work easier and saves their time, for the Internet can show information needed by just one click of the mouse. The Internet is very helpful as an instructional tool as long as the users are well directed on using. If it is being utilized as an aid in school.
A computer serves a vital role in education. It is integrated in the teaching-learning process. Learning becomes more meaningful. Teachers uses computers to make their students become creative in making their portfolios, reports, and etc. But it doesn't mean that these computers could replace the role of the teachers. Even though the computer can give instant information to the student, still teachers are the one that could touch the life of each student. Computers can serve as a tutor into the students, but still the teacher who give instruction in such activities he want to give to his learners. There are a lot of computer-assisted in instruction software that can be used by the teacher in giving the student an activity, but still teachers needed to consider a lot of things. He must ensure that the learners have already the knowledge on how to use the computer. The teacher must consider the objectives of the activities, and they must check the learning outcomes of the students as a sort of evaluation. It is true that computers really succeeded in providing individualized learning environment, because we all know that teachers has difficulties in dealing with the class having 60 students or more. Computers allows the learner to learn by their own pace, motivate learning through a challenging virtual learning environment. Computers assist students through information needed during the learning process, evaluate students' responses through immediate feedback, and also give the total score to evaluate the student total performance.